So 2019 is coming to an end. I want to tell you about all the great stuff that happened this year, believe me I do. The extreme personal growth, the regrets, the success. But I feel like 2019 was more like the product of what I've worked so hard for instead of just another year of goals too hard to reach. So to tell you about all that stuff, I'm gonna have to go back to the beginning. Back to when I was just a kid.
Okay, we are the Nerf Warriors, and we are going to assassinate our sisters. I'm Fieldman Marshall.
I'm Spyman Jeremiah. And I'm Sniper Tommy.
And of course me, the cameraman, Todd.
Let's go. Keep it still.
I met this goofy kid named Todd. We loved the same things and we instantly became best friends. I got my first camera shortly after and we filmed everything.
You wasn't portrayed the song today.
Getting paid? Yeah, I get paid.
Hey guys, this is the Nerf Warriors 1, and we made a homemade cannon. Go! Oh, I can't even see it. Where'd it go?
Cedar Point.
As we got older, our friendship grew and we started to set these goals for what we wanted our future to be, and I wasn't sure how, but I knew I wanted to make movies.
How's it going, guys? You don't know me, but you're about to.
Fast forward to 2016, the year that I graduated high school. At that point, all I had was a small gaming channel that I mostly used to upload funny gaming clips I got with my friends.
Coming behind you.
I don't know what happened.
Please don't fall. This is all that I've got. The scars and all these empty walls have gone away.
I had this strong passion to film stuff instead of just game, so I used my graduation money to buy a decent DSLR and made a separate channel solely for my adventures.
All you needed was my love, but you take to my
You all for watching. Oh, my camera!
all you needed was my love, but you take to my
When I was growing up, I had a crazy obsession with abandoned places. I would always go into woods and explore, hoping to find an abandoned building. When I graduated, I didn't have a job, so I spent a lot of time watching YouTube, and I found this YouTuber named Exploring with Josh. He only had a couple thousand subscribers at that point, but he uploaded some videos of these awesome abandoned places. And I decided that's what I wanted to do too. Over the next 2 years, I continued to explore abandoned places with my friends, having the time of my life.
So, past 2 weeks has been very eventful for me. As you can tell, I'm crying, or well, I have been a lot.
Then came the hardest year of my life, 2018.
And I just found out that my roommates are moving. There's been a lot of issues with this house that we're in, and it's caused us to switch our lease from 1 year to month, and I just talked to my roommates, and they wanted to try to be out by the 1st of September, which is in 3 days, and I have nowhere to go.
Look, a lot happened that year, so I'm gonna skip to the end. The one thing that didn't happen that year was filming. I filmed a total of 5 videos the entire year and put very little effort into them. I quit my day job, I lost my friendship with a couple close friends, and I found out that I had to move out of my house and had nowhere to go. I was at an all-time low. I was so depressed that filming a video didn't even seem fun.
So videos are probably gonna stop for a while until I can figure out what to do. I was hoping that my YouTube would start to pay off, but it's not growing very fast. So it's not it's a priority to me, but it's not as big as it would be if it mattered more. I hope you guys understand. And I will see you whenever I see you.
After I got stuff a little more figured out, my friend Andrew asked me if I wanted to go to New York City with him, and I decided to go and take my camera. I consider that trip the beginning of my 2019. So let's get to that point, shall we?
1, 2, 3, 4.
When I was in New York, I learned something. That life I was living in 2018, where I had the nice house, the good job, and a girlfriend, but I wasn't doing any filming, I didn't want that life. I realized that all those things that made me happy in 2018 kept me from doing what I loved, filming adventures. After that, I started looking up. No matter what else happened in my life, I told myself I was going to look at the good side of every situation. And you know what? It worked. Because 2019 was one of the best years of my life.
This shit be like Friday nights. This shit made me feel alive. I feel like we in paradise. Don't know if it's a drink I pour, but I swear I've never loved you more. Make you right here, I come alive. One more hit and we can fly. This shit feel like.
In 2019, I went to New York twice and got to see Rockefeller Center. I went to the biggest Nintendo store in America. I explored an abandoned Walmart, an abandoned observatory, and a bunch of other places. I spent a lot of time with close friends. I started a podcast, and I moved into a sweet apartment. I grew a lot in 2019, and I'm pumped to see what 2020 has in store. Also, because of my YouTube, I got accepted to an exclusive Sony event in Montana with some other creators. I made a ton of new friends through the trip, and I got to meet Justine, Jenna Ezerick, and Steve Ronan, and I hung out with them all day.
Burn this bitch into the ground, oh well.
Oh yeah, and one more thing. Remember that guy I told you about, exploring with Josh? Yeah, I got to hang out with him too.
This shit be like Friday nights. This shit made me feel alive. I feel like we in paradise.
So as the year settles down, I look back at not only how much I've grown this year, but also all the things that led me here. Being able to hang out with the people that inspired you is the greatest way to pretty much end off 2019. I want to sincerely thank every single one of my friends for pushing me and believing in me. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. And thank you to every single one of you that watched my videos and subscribed this year. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next year.